I get asked all the time, what do I do with my puzzles once I'm done with them? Sometimes they stay in my collection. You know, they're ones that I'll redo in the future. Oftentimes I'm donating them. There's a local nursing home and assisted living place that I donate to. I also have just donated them to the thrift store because I love thrifting and I would love for people to find those puzzles. And another thing I do is go to swaps, which I did recently. So I always love having the opportunity to trade puzzles or give puzzles a second life. And one of my newer ways that I love to have my puzzles have a second, third, fourth life is setting them up as traveling puzzles. Now, if you're a part of the Facebook group, you already know that I do this, but if you are not over on Facebook, then hello, welcome to Traveling Puzzles. It is such a fun way for you to try new puzzle brands, maybe more expensive puzzle brands that you may have out of your price point. Maybe you're interested in them, but you don't necessarily want to spend the $40, $50 of buying one puzzle and maybe not loving it. So this is a great way for you to try puzzle brands without spending a ton of money. Now, Traveling Puzzles, if you're wondering what that is, you can sign up for them. For me, I have them on my Facebook page, on the USA JPA. They have things sent over in their newsletters, and you can follow other people on like Instagram that often will have a traveling puzzle sign up. Once you sign up, you get put on a list. Sometimes it could be quite a long of a wait. So for me, I know there's been some that I've been on the list for like a year and a half and still haven't received the puzzles. But it is really exciting when you get the email that says, hey, you're next. And then that person sends you the puzzle, you have it for a couple weeks, you can do the puzzles, and then the only thing you're spending money on is the shipping to the next person. So today we're talking about 3 puzzle brands, which is Aurora Puzzles, Villager Puzzles, and Unified Pieces. These are 3 brands that are pretty expensive. They are on like $33 to $40 per puzzle range, especially when you take into account shipping costs. So they are more expensive puzzle brands that I love, that I want more of you guys to be able to experience. So today we're going to be discussing these 3 brands. I'll tell you about the bundles, how to sign up, all the things. So I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you so much for being here, and we are going to get into this. Let's go over the 3 brands, and I just want to give you quick little reviews about the brands. I do have probably videos about all of them, then I'll link them down below if you're interested. But Aurora Puzzles is first up, just because it's alphabetical. So Aurora Puzzles actually had this puzzle here, which is Tiger of the North. It was my #1 favorite puzzle last year. However, once I did it, it's been sitting on the shelf and I've just been moving it, you know, it's been sitting there. So if you haven't heard this brand, I'm not surprised. It's super, super small. It's from Alaska. They use all Alaskan artists. I have met Dawn in person a couple times. She's the sweetest. And I really loved this puzzle. You could tell they kept puzzlers in mind. There's a bag, there's a poster. It's like the beautiful fit, matte pieces. I adore them. And so I'm excited for you guys to try this brand out. It is such great puzzles. I will show you the other images in just a second, but I absolutely love Aurora Puzzles. The next puzzle brand we have is Unified Pieces. This is another smaller brand. They're from Oakland, California. The owner is Measy, and this is a Black-owned puzzle brand. Their images are so cool. They're so fun. He is a graffiti artist, and so all of their images are bright and colorful, beautiful matte pieces, such unique imagery, and I absolutely love them. I've talked about them a few times on my channel. I did this one recently, which is called Catstronauts 2. In general, their artwork is so fun, and so I'm excited for you guys to try this brand out too. This one comes in a zippered pouch. It does have some extras in their box as well. The pieces are so incredibly matte and thick and beautiful. I'm so excited for you guys to try this brand too. And then the third brand that I will be discussing is Villager Puzzles. Villager I've talked about since its birth. I have been following Kelly over on Villager Puzzles since May of 2023, which is when she originally started her Instagram. So I have been following this brand for a long time, and since then she's changed the die cut. The fit is incredible. I usually get a couple puzzles each collection, and so recently I did buy a couple more from her fall collection, including this one, and they are all beautiful. Now this is where the international piece comes in, because even though I can't include you in the traveling puzzle bundles, I did get an extra one of this puzzle, so that way I can send it off to one of you. So there is a giveaway aspect of this for the international people. I still wanted to include you guys in this video. It's called Lupin's Meadow by the artist Deanna Pinnell. It is so much fun. I did this one recently. Really great difficulty. So in the description, there will be all the information to sign up for the giveaway. Before we get into the puzzles, I want to give you some just logistics and information about these traveling puzzles, how to sign up, all the things. So first up, if you are international, I apologize again for not being able to include you in this traveling puzzle. It just doesn't make sense logistically for someone who is in the UK to send it to someone in Australia, and then maybe that person has a bunch of people in Australia that they're sending it to, and then they're sending it off to Brazil. Like, the shipping costs and logistics for all of that just doesn't seem fair per puzzler. So we just are not doing international. We again do have the giveaway, so make sure to check that out down in the description box. But if you are US and you are signing up for one of these traveling puzzles, there will be a form down in the description box, as well as the pinned comment down in the comments. I will have it where you can choose your first, second, and third choice, because you are only going to be able to sign up for one of these, just to make sure that the most amount of people can do this traveling puzzle series. And I'll do my very best to have you on one of those lists. Now, if all these puzzle bundles fill up, I will make a wait list, and I can keep you informed in the future of whether or not we are gonna add more people to it, or maybe someone backs out within that time frame. So I will do my best, but just keep it in mind, there is a limit, and if we reach that limit, then we'll just have to do more traveling puzzles in the future. Just some things to keep in mind. First up, if you have pets, I do recommend your pet not be with you when you're puzzling. I know for me, I have cats and it can be tricky, but I would just want to make sure that the fur is kept to a minimum when it's traveling from one house to hold to the other. I personally have an allergy to dogs, so traveling puzzles can be a little bit of a test of whether or not my allergy meds are working. So just keep that in mind if you do have pets, to keep the fur at a minimum. Try to keep the puzzle in the best shape as it can be as you send it off to the next person. You're welcome to sign the box if you want, or sign the back of a piece, or add a little trinket into the box. I'm totally cool with that. But I just want to make sure that the puzzle itself is still in good condition as it goes from one person to the other. On the other hand, if you are someone who has severe allergies, traveling puzzles may not be the best option for you. There's no way for us to sanitize them from one household to the other. Again, I'm allergic to dogs, so sometimes having a traveling puzzle is a little bit of a gamble. But just keep that in mind. If you do have severe allergies, it may not be the best option for you, or try to take precautions if you need to. Also, if you are a smoker, I would love if you don't smoke with the puzzle. That way it doesn't smell, because getting smoke out of cardboard is really, really hard. Trust me, I've done so many thrifted puzzles where you just can't get the smell out. And so I would love if you just puzzle in a nice clean environment, that way it can stay pristine as it moves throughout the group. I also want to mention, I know some people are a little bit on the slower end of things, or you just want to take your time with your puzzle. If it takes you longer than 2 weeks to do a 1,000 piece, this may not be the option for you. But if all that sounds good and you're wanting to just see the puzzle bundles and what I'm offering, here we go. Let's go into the bundles of puzzles that I will be putting out as traveling puzzles. The first 3 bundles all include 3 puzzles. One will be a 1,000 piece puzzle, and the other 2 are smaller piece counts, just to make sure it's not a huge time commitment. So this is what one would look like. So this is puzzle bundle number 1. It includes a 1,000 piece puzzle from Aurora Puzzles called Spirited Away. I just did this one recently and it's so beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And then for the 500 piece puzzles, we have the Villager puzzle, which is this one here, which is gorgeous as well. This one is called Rainbow Northern Lights. And then for Unified Pieces, the 500 piece puzzle is, I love it so much. It is this one here called Pretty Brown Eyes. So this is the puzzle bundle number 1, and it kind of gives you an idea of what these all include. It will include a 1,000 piece from one of these brands, and then 2 from the other brands of a smaller piece count. The next bundle, so this is bundle number 2. The 1,000 piece puzzle is this one from Unified Pieces called Afro Motion. It is so bright and colorful and geometric, and a little bit on the tricky side, not gonna lie. For the 500 piece Villager puzzles, we have this Niagara Falls one that I did recently. It is so beautiful and bright and colorful. This one was super fun. And then for the Aurora puzzles, we have a newer one that I got, and it's called Sunbird. So we have the 1,000 piece, which is Unified Pieces, and the other 2 are 500 pieces. And then puzzle bundle number 3, the 1,000 piece, is from Villager Puzzles. It was one of my favorite puzzles from last year, called Picnic in Pinot. Super fun image. And then for the 500 pieces, we have the unified pieces called Catstronaut. This is the original one that I did last year. And then for Aurora puzzles, we have Spirited Away, but in the 500 piece version. Bundle number 4 is actually only 2 puzzles and it's only unified pieces. So maybe that's a brand that you're only interested in. So we have this one, which is called Color Bliss. It is so much fun and I loved it. So if you like gradient puzzles, this is a great one to do. And then I also wanted to include a 500 piece, which is Girl Power, which I did earlier this year. It is so stunning and bright and colorful. So here is just unified piece bundle only. I then have a Villager Puzzles bundle. So we have the 1000 piece Lupin's Meadow puzzle, as well as this 500 piece, which is called Cottage Country, which I did earlier this year. So I thought it'd be fun to include a little bundle for just Villager. And then I had this little mismatched bundle. I didn't have another 500 piece Aurora, so I do have the Tiger of the North puzzle, which was my favorite puzzle from last year. I thought it would be fun to include this one in the traveling puzzles. And I didn't, again, have another 500 piece Aurora, so I included the 650 piece from Unified Pieces, which is Catstronauts 2. I did this one recently and it was super fun, so I thought this was a good bundle to do as well. And then finally, I wanted to do a puzzle bundle for those who maybe are a little bit on the slower side or you don't want to commit to these big puzzles. I have just these ones here. So this is puzzle bundle number 7. We have just a 500 piece puzzle from Villager. One of my favorites from last year is called Rocky's Explorer, very beginner friendly. And then I also have a 300 piece from Unified Pieces. This one is called Color Lily. So I thought this was a good like beginner friendly bundle in case you are wanting to try something. Those are the 7 puzzle bundles that I'm going to be putting up as traveling puzzles. Again, to sign up, you have to do the form that is in the description box or on the pinned comment. It's the same form. Just wanted to have it in multiple places for you guys to see it. If you do get on one of those puzzle bundles, I will send you an email and the information and the directions going forward. Once we have all the lists together for the traveling puzzle bundles, I will send it off to the first person. Now, when I send it off, I'm putting it in a box that doesn't necessarily need to stay with that puzzle. You can put it in a new box if it gets damaged or beat up. I'm not going to be sending off the actual boxes from the puzzles because they can get easily damaged, but also make shipping more expensive. I use Pirate Ship for shipping because it is usually around 40 to 50% cheaper to do it through Pirate Ship than USPS or UPS. And it's still the same service, like you still bring it to the post office, you're just printing off the label at home. But it does make the shipping cost a lot less. It usually costs me between like $8 to $10 to ship them. So keep that in mind for the pricing. I will also mention you're welcome to sign a puzzle piece if you like. I think that's super fun. And I also have a form for you guys to fill out as it moves throughout the community. So that way you can let us know when you received it, when you sent it out, so we kind of can keep track of where it is in the group. I know for me, I'm nosy to know where it is. You know, it's kind of fun to see, oh, it's in Illinois, you know, so something like that. That is it for me. I hope this gives you enough information of what's included, how to do the things that you need to do, if traveling puzzles is for you or not. Again, if you're international, I also have information of how to sign up for the giveaway as well, so link that down below and in the description box. But that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have fun with these traveling puzzles. I hope you get on one of the lists. If it does fill up, I'm so sorry, but I will do my best to include, again, as many people as possible. And also make sure to go over on the Facebook group because I do have new traveling puzzle bundles available on occasion. I try to send one out like once every month, once every other month, and it's been fun to see them go around the community. So that's it for me. Thank you all so much for being here. And yeah, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye guys.